So what are we doing today?
We got wallpaper.
Don't you think you ought to have somebody to help you?
Kendra, any idiot can hang wallpaper. Hey, greetings from Fairfield. We don't have much time. You see, past Rich is about to come through this door and explain this week's video, but future Rich has to explain what past Rich has yet to figure out, and that is past Rich made a mistake on the preparation of the project for the next phase in the plaster. Now, when I did this plaster, it was suggested that I bring the new plaster up to the existing break in the wall and then just tape and float that together with like joint compound, which, sounded like a good idea at the time, except as I was cleaning all of the silicone and getting this all cleaned up to prepare for the next phase, I realized that the cap for that tile actually sinks into the wall about a ½ inch. And so this was all solid and I had completed that wall. And so that break was not in line with where that cap needed to be. So I had to come in and drop the new plaster, carve this new plaster out down about 1 inch, and then extend the old plaster down about 1 inch, which basically I just tacked in a piece of wood and then skimmed over that and created a nice sharp edge. So that way the cap would then fit in alignment with the rest of it, and that could continue all the way down. So that kind of delayed last week's video, and so Angry Rich took over. It was a big mess in here. There was just dust and debris just flying everywhere. So that's where we're at. And well, that really wasn't making for a very fun video anyway. And so, well, that's my cue. Future Rich's time is up. Hello, everybody. Greetings from Fairfield. Welcome back. Today, we're in the master bathroom, and we're continuing our de-renovation here. Today, we're gonna wallpaper. Actually, wall liner. Our plaster here is pretty uneven. It's been patched up quite a bit over the years, and of course, I've got this whole mess that I had to fix from the shower surround that was here, and so this is going to help not only level that surface out and smooth that out before we do our wallpaper, but it's also going to keep that plaster from, cracking. So without further ado, let's roll. that is called booking. Now I'll open the book. This way. You're getting paste all over your wall. Turn another page. Well, you might be wondering why I'm rolling this wall layer on horizontally, since wallpaper usually goes on vertically. And that's basically because when you do that, you create a basket weave kind of effect that's gonna keep that nice and strong to help hold that 100-year-old plaster together. So keep it from cracking later. Like a glove.
That was not funny. That was not funny at all.
It's a little funny.
Dun, dun, dun.
Need help?
Nope. Do I look like I need help?
Yes.
That kid or any idiot can wallpaper.
You sure you don't need help?
Oh, Kendra, any idiot can wallpaper.
Ta-da! How about that? Yeah, wall liner is great stuff. You know, it's only $18 a roll, and yeah, worth every penny. That makes those walls nice and smooth. Now they're ready for wallpaper. But you know, for those that don't like to wallpaper, you just like to paint your plaster some boring color, I'd still recommend getting the. There is a paintable version of this, and rather than painting your plaster, put the wall liner up there, and first, it's only 18 bucks a roll, and paint that. You won't have to worry about cracking showing up, because it'll be hidden. And that wall liner, tough stuff, so it's gonna hold that 100-year-old plaster together. But now that we're ready for the wallpaper, moving on, we got some wallpaper previous owners had bought. It came from merry old England. So about 20 years ago, they had a plan to use what's known as Anaglypta wallpaper in here, which is a British wallpaper from the late 1800s. And so it's basically like an embossed pattern that's also paintable. Hey, the other thing you need to do is where to start. Well, generally, your most predominant wall, which in our case is going to be right here. And so we'll get a plumb line drawn up here, and you're going to start there. You work your way out to the least inconspicuous place where you can sort of fake out your where the pattern comes together. So it'll be above this window or probably that transom. Likely that transom. And so without further ado, let's keep this project rolling along.
On top of the world, just rolling along, just rolling along. Yes, I'm quitting the blues of the world, just singing a song, just singing a song. Hallelujah, I just phoned the parson, hey Paul, get ready to call. Just like Humpty Dumpty, I'm going to fall. I'm sitting on top of the world, just rolling along, just rolling along.
Ta-da! We got wallpaper and light. No, I didn't turn off the breaker. I like to live dangerously. But not sure how well it's going to show up in here because it's all super bright white. But hey, maybe we'll cut a close-up in on that because that embossed pattern looks really cool. That crusting kind of reminds me of the fleur-de-lis crusting down in the kitchen. I guess next we just have to figure out what color to paint it. And probably do a dual color. We'll come in and do a solid base and then we'll paint these crusts separately, individually. That should be fun, huh? Next, I guess we'll get this window thrown back together, get all this wood trimmed onto there, and get the rest of this blue paint stripped off. Get our Sasquatch hung back up there so we can open and close that. And then we'll be ready to tile. And we just found out this morning we got a lead on new floor tile. So we're gonna be hitting the road and going down to good old St. Louis. So I guess that'll about do it for this week. And we'll see you back here at the house next Saturday.